all the turkeys that we just caught. We caught so many turkeys.
Well, I wanted to do this video after all of our hunting.
You really need popcorn on it?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Let's try this again. I was going to do this video after we got back, but then we decided to eat some lunch, which we have the burgers cooking, so we're going to have to check on that here in a minute.
By we, you mean you, right?
Yes, that's what I meant. I'm going to go check the burgers here in a minute and eat them all.
No.
Yeah. No. Give me that tone, little lady. Let's see.
I don't know what we're doing. You didn't tell me what we're doing.
So, well, we talked about it. Like at some point we were going to make a video, and I think we should do it now, of like we can kind of give a background. Like you're kind of new to the hunting industry, right? In the hunting world. So just give me kind of give a description of like your experience, what you're learning, what the new thing is. And that's going to give kind of my background. And then
I planned on looking a little better than this for that.
Well, you look amazing. So hang on, I got some cheese here. We said it was gonna be funny, didn't we? So I thought it'd be better to do it out here in the woods instead of at home, like in our chair. I mean, that'd be cool and all, but this is a nice little campground.
As a turkey walks right behind us and we don't even stop.
Right, that's exactly what's gonna happen. Our burgers are gonna burn. All right, you go check that. So, welcome to our videos. Careful over there; those are dangerous. I told you. She's gonna die, folks. Maybe we should. Nope, we're good. All right, so we started making videos. Moz Outdoors. We are starting a company, Moz Outdoors. It's going to, well, we don't know what it's going to really bring, honestly. Started making some arrows. Got some new things coming up with that, like some double fletching, which is working out really well. It's helping arrow flight. We got these arrows that we're making that are a good FOC, and they just have a good balance to them.
Do I hit the red button to turn it off?
Are they done?
Yeah.
You sure? You want cheese on them?
No.
No, you don't want cheese on them, or no, they're not done?
I'll put the cheese on.
She's going to put cheese on them, guys. All right. So back to this here. So yeah, Moz is going to be, we're just kind of playing with it. I'm not sure where it's going to go. We started out with Moz Archery. Now it's Moz Outdoors. I think it should bring lots of different things. I think it should bring people together. Even had this idea of where people could maybe send in their videos, and there she is, folks. Maybe send in your videos. We could do like a podcast even, where people call in and talk about the hunt, and maybe we kind of show their hunts on our channel. Not sure if that's where it's going to go, but we're just kind of having fun with this. This is not anything that's professional. Clearly not anything professional.
I think they know that.
Given the the videos we've already made thus far. I want to talk about a few things. I want to talk about, yes, our background and kind of where we come from. I want to talk about the hunts that we've had up thus far in 2024, what kind of our plan is maybe moving forward, what we're learning from this, our takeaways from it, and then also, what we might try to do different, just kind of have some conversation about it. So,
I want to talk about how you sat down to do a video and then had me cook the hamburgers.
I didn't say you had to. You offered that. You're like, we have it on video. I'm going to go check the burgers, babe. Cool. You got it. You do it. Do they need, what's going on with them?
I don't know how to turn it off, so I put cheese on them and shut the lid.
Oh, but you think they're done?
Yeah, I think they're.
Little salmonella. How do you say it? Salmonella?
I don't think you get salmonella from beef. I think you can eat beef undercooked.
To a point.
Yeah, well.
I mean, one time my brother puked off of it.
Oh.
But it was hilarious because my brother, not me. Anyways, all right. We're 5 minutes in, and we've got nothing accomplished other than talking about our burgers. Maybe some turkeys going behind us. You know, all right. Let's chill out. This is my partner, folks. This is what I get. This is what I get. Sure love her though. All right, so introduce yourself. Who are you?
I'm Amber.
That's it.
I'm the better half.
She's the best half. We are the Duncans. So Amber Duncan, folks. Clint Duncan. We're your amazing hosts. So how'd you get into hunting?
You?
Me. That's pretty to the straightness, to the point. What made you decide that, I'm gonna get into this with my husband?
I've always been down to try new things and liked being outside and liked being active. I think you opened my mind to it, and then the more I go, the more I enjoy doing it with you and learning it with you and realizing how much more there is to it than just going out in the woods and killing something.
Right.
And so that intrigues me too, so I can actually learn about it and study it and something to get better at. And I kind of am a perfectionist. I don't think you've noticed that. But...
I've never experienced that with you. No.
So it gives me something to try to be perfect at, and I'm really far away from that. So maybe it'll help with my perfectionism too.
Or I'm feeding it. Uh-oh.
But is that a bad thing if I become a perfect hunter?
No, I'm good with that. Real quick, should I go check the burgers?
Probably.
Okay, we're gonna let Amber kind of take over here. You can talk about whatever you want about.
Can you hear me from over there?
Well, I'm gonna say no, but I can.
Oh boy, he's trusting me with the camera.
Oh, we're at 600 degrees.
The burger's probably burnt by now. Yeah, so I have gone on 1 deer hunt, 1 elk hunt, and now 3 turkey hunts. I have killed nothing. I did find my first shed today, so that's fun, a cute little horn. Yeah, I really want a turkey so that I can kill it and then feed it to my family for Thanksgiving. That is the big goal for me. So I think we're finding that turkey hunting is a lot harder than we thought. We have seen turkeys. This time we didn't see any turkeys. Last time we did. But we did see some deer today. When we went deer hunting, we did not see deer. But when we go elk hunting and turkey hunting, we see deer. Yeah, so I think it's just more to study and be more prepared. We might go in the fall. I don't know if we're going to do fall turkey hunting, but try to be more prepared for next year's spring turkey season, since this was a first for us. So, yeah, how are the burgers doing, babe?
Got one down right here. You want it?
Sure.
No guarantee that we don't get sick off of this.
There it is.
Take a bite and see if it still needs cooking.
Okay, I'm gonna eat this on camera, apparently.
Is it pink inside?
It's perfect. Yum. Look at that. The beautiful burger.
Hold on, folks. I'm almost back.
Who's coming? You can just sit and watch me eat, apparently.
Give the people what they want, dear.
I'm really hungry.
You can pause it and we can keep going.
How do I do that? Push stop?
Hit the stop, yeah. Hey, we are back. We went ahead and just smashed the burgers. So that was delicious. Get a little bit of energy back to this game. Where were we? What were we talking about? Oh, you kind of gave your insight to how you got into this and kind of talked about that when I was flipping the burgers and stuff, right?
Yep.
Okay, cool. My background. So I was born and raised hunting. Shout out to Born and Raised. Anyways, so yeah, I mean, I grew up rifle hunting for deer, elk. Well, not really elk. We more just archery hunted for elk, archery for deer, but also rifle hunting for deer. Went mostly to Eastern Oregon for that, but for the most part, that was kind of my bringing up, and I loved it. But there was some negative things around it that kind of later on in life made me get out of hunting for about, I don't know, three years. I helped my uncle once guide, kind of help him try to find an elk, which just didn't work out, but it was a great time. But yeah, I grew up hunting. I love hunting. I love the outdoors, love being out here. It's not just about killing stuff, you know. Some people do it just for the kill, and that's not what we do it for. You know, we want to enjoy the meat, and we enjoy eating it, and we want to get into processing it. But the enjoyment of being out here together, I think it's building our marriage. I mean, I don't know what you'd say to that, but yeah. It's, you know, brought us closer, brings us closer to the kids. We've brought the kids out, you know, they're loving it. Getting into archery. I would say right now our heart's in the archery world as far as hunting. I do enjoy some long range shooting and stuff like that, but it's been good. It's good to get back into it. It's been, like I said, three years or so since I've been heavy into it, and to now start doing that together, you and I, it's been awesome. It's awesome to see her grow and get more excited and just building this bond. So again, back to like, what's the point of this video? I don't know. Can't say I know, but we're just trying to have fun, you know. And you know, I think hunting brings, there's a misconception of hunting for sure, that hunting's, you know, bad, kill, you know, poaching and all that's out there. Poaching's out there. There are bad situations out there, and I don't support that, you know. And we don't
Something I'm learning is the rules around it.
Yeah, there's rules around it, and I think that that's appropriate. We might not always agree with some of the regulations and how some of it's not ethical and some of it is overdone, you know. The predators and everything here in Oregon is just, it's to me out of control, but it needs to be controlled. But hey, you know, like I'm just thankful right now that we get the blessing of just being out here where God has created all this, and you know, just experience it. And as long as we can do that, we're going to do it. So I don't know how much of my background I explained, but I get off on tangents, so get used to that.
You're doing great, babe. You're doing great.
So yeah, as far as, let's kind of dive into, you know, the start of 2024, and hopefully the wind doesn't get too going so you can hear this. But let's dove into the 2024 season. And you know, right now we're in turkey hunting phase, spring turkey hunting. And do you want to talk about that, kind of with the kickoff on, or do you want me to kind of lead into it and you kind of take it?
Sure.
Okay. So for me, you know, like the season always begins, you know, it never ends. So, you know, you got your fall hunts of deer, elk, all that good stuff. And then you go right from that to, you know, winter, which for me, wintertime is like researching and, you know, plotting your plan for the next year for deer and elk. But, you know, like spring turkey is something I've done one time long ago, haven't done a lot of experience with it, but like we've been talking about it. She really wants a turkey.
I really want a turkey.
And I'm like, yeah, let's get her a turkey. So, you know, through the wintertime, it's like kind of planning and, you know, but life gets busy, kids and all that. You kind of get distracted from being able to plan. But we didn't think we were going to be able to do it this year. We actually thought, oh, this isn't going to work out. Just the way life was going, some things were going. It's like, it's not going to work. And it was like drop of a hat, kind of like, we're going to do it. We're going to go. Which is...
And then again. And then again.
And then again. And then again. So yeah, I was planning to go one time. We were going to go south of South Oregon to, you know, go down there. We've heard that it's great hunting down there, and went down and found out that there's a lot of private land and you got to get permission, and we didn't do our research, and there was, you know, a learning curve there for sure. But Let's see, how many turkeys? We've seen 3, wasn't it 3 on private?
Private land.
On private. I think, yeah, we had one that called back to us. We had one call back. Which again was a learning curve for me of like trying to do these videos of like, we didn't do a lot of videoing of our calls, like us calling, which was like, oh man, I wish we had more calling. So this trip right here, I got more calls, I think, when you were calling this morning. So I'm excited to get that on our videos.
Be nice. I'm very new at this.
Yeah, I mean, both of us are, right? So like if there's comments and stuff on this, you know, hey, we're new. We're not here professionals. We're not saying we're professionals. We're learning and just trying to have a good time. And I think we're open to hearing people's thoughts on like, you know, but be nice about it. You know, we don't need that garbage of you're the worst ever. Well, no, duh. Like we're like brand new, right? We're not Waddell yet.
Not even close. I didn't even grow up hunting, so.
Right.
Lots to learn.
So yeah, I mean, 2024, we're kicking it off with turkey. We've had 3 major outings. First one down south. A lot of fun, a lot of, you know, laughs, driving around, seeing stuff. I mean, it was a fun trip. We just had a good time. And then going into the second one, man, that one was a blast because we had the kids with us. We had the kids. They were tired. I mean, we drove 2 hours, so to get here
1 in the morning.
At 1 in the morning, we had to get, we drive at 1 in the morning to get here in time before daylight to get walking at dark. So we took off 1 in the morning. Well, it's probably closer to 2, but got up at 1 in the morning, and kids are tired and all that, but they were excited. We got their headlamps on. We got out of the truck, and it sounded like turkeys just everywhere. It sounded like turkeys were just going nuts. And so that was exciting. Excuse me while I burp, y'all. Oof. Oof. And you're going to experience a lot of that right there. So, yeah, we got to take the kids out. And, you know, that first experience for the, you know, some of them, it was just as fun to watch them, you know, experience the woods and the calls. And we had coyotes come in and we got to see one, and the coyotes were going nuts, which probably ruined the turkey hunting.
That's when they shut up.
Yeah, but it was fun to see the kids, you know, what is that? And oh my goodness. And that was pretty cool. So
we didn't get the coyote on film though, I don't think.
Yeah, I don't know. We gotta look at some footage and see. But you know, from there we just kind of had a day. We went and sat by the water and relaxed, and one of the kiddos didn't feel good because we got up so early and all that, so headed home, and it was a bust, but still a good time. Always a good time out in the woods. So and then here we are, and I think it's your turn to take over, kind of. Yeah, you talk. Your turn. Why are we here? What happened? How did we get here?
Because last weekend when we were just driving around, we saw 2 turkeys cross the road in front of us. We're like, we kind of didn't know what to do because you don't expect that, and we weren't ready. So then we got out briefly and tried to find them, but the kids were in the car, and kind of one of them wasn't feeling well at that point. It was getting hot, and so we couldn't really spend too much time at that point. It was like midday, and we had already been out all morning. But because we finally saw turkeys on public land, I really wanted to come back to that same area. And so that was last weekend. And so like, let's just try to go this weekend, just even for the day. And so we came up last night and spent the night in the back of the truck. And
yeah, tell them about that experience. How'd that go?
It was freezing cold. Other than that, it was fine. We slept right near a creek, which was nice. I love running water. I can't sleep when it's silent, so that was great. It just was very cold, and this morning was freezing cold. But unfortunately, this round we have not seen any turkeys.
Yeah, we didn't really prepare for the cold because looking at the weather, it's like, oh, it's not gonna be too bad. And then we ended up getting here, and it was like, oh dang, son, it's cold. So
yeah. So here we are. I don't know. We might do a little more road hunting on the way out.
Yeah, I think what we're gonna do from here is, in my opinion, we should continue on the road we're on and go over to where Haley and I went last year for deer hunting. And I mean, we have, what time is it?
Not where we just went?
No, we were the other way. close to 1:30. I think we can just head down there and just kind of...
That hill that we walked out on, you said is where you guys went.
No, that's where there's always people just there hunting around there, like elk and deer hunting.
The trail that people parked at.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I guess we did go there.
Yeah,
you're right. She's right. Everybody focus on this one because she's the smart one. Anyways, so we're gonna go to the second area that Haley and I went. We'll check that out. Gunshots.
Somebody killed something.
And then I think we head back to where we kind of came from. We are also going to today, we're going to try to get up in an area that wants a camera, a trail cam on for the spring, and see if anything's up in there. So if we have time, we might stop there on the way back home, get that set up on the way back. Hopefully be home. What time you want to be home? What time are you thinking?
I mean, not too late, because I get up at 5 for work, y'all, and I got a full week of work ahead.
Yeah.
And then a trip to Florida next weekend. So.
Yeah, we take off for a little vacay to see some family in Florida, so that's going to be fun. And wanted to mention with these videos, I don't know how much we're going to be posting, you know, like I don't know, again, we don't know what this looks like, this is a new experience for us. You know, we might get a lot of thumbs down and then we never do a video again. Never know. So maybe we'll have a bunch of family reach out and be like, hey, stop it. I'm not related to you anymore. Well, good, right? Oh, no, I'm kidding. So yeah, I mean, we're gonna go to Florida, then we gotta start looking at what the fall looks like and waiting to see what the Oregon results are for tags. We put in for a few things. More than likely, we're not gonna draw anything that's big here in Oregon. We do not hunt out of state yet. I'm sure looking into that, and I think it'd be fun to take a trip somewhere. So if anybody wants to give us a free hunt, I mean, hey, let's go ahead and you know, we'll video and get your name out there. Sound like a turkey. So we might just head that way and see what happens. That's kind of cool. Anyway, so yeah, let's wrap up this video. We're going to go kill that turkey right there.
And this is for my daughter.
You're welcome, Em. All right, guys, see you later, and be safe out there.
Bye, y'all.
Bye. God bless.
On this episode of Ma's Outdoors. We're fishing, going fishing. Huh, babe?
Yeah, we are.
We're in Florida, we going fishing, and I finally caught something. Catch and release, it was very exciting. Wasn't it so exciting, babe?
It was a blast. You did great.
Thanks. Hi, handsome.
Hey, yo.
Now it's his turn. I'm in charge of the boat. Watch out. Motorboat, or whatever you call it. In this canal in the back of my dad's yard in Port Charlotte? Port Charlotte, Florida. Bugs. So apparently I'm better at fishing than turkey hunting. But I was, just full transparency, just complaining how I couldn't catch a turkey.
You don't catch turkey.
You know what?
But you are famous for.
Then that's my trademark now, okay? I couldn't catch a turkey. And then I was like, and I can't catch a fish either, and I'm terrible at everything. Wah, wah, wah. And then God was like, here, have a fish. So,
totally something that's
thank you, Lord.
that freaking thing.
What does that mean?
I don't know, but
Ooh.
like,
Dun-na. Dun-na-na-na.
feels like it.
Dun-na. It's probably the Ninja Turtles.
Mm-hmm.
They are living in the sewer. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle Power. This is my episode. You got me?